Hey everyone, what's happening? If you're new to the channel, please take a second to hit the subscribe button and enjoy the video. Hey everyone, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Well, we're heading out to the off-grid camp again for the weekend. And we're trying out the Wrangler here that we just purchased not long ago. So instead of using the side-by-side or ATVs, we're gonna use the Wrangler here to climb up the mountain to our property. It's gonna be the first time up through here with the Wrangler, so we're gonna test it out and see how well it does. At this point, the Wrangler is completely stock as we just picked it up a week ago. Sorry for all the glare here, but it's Saturday morning early and the sun's just coming up over the mountain ridge, so it's glaring right in the windshield here at us. It'll be pretty hard to tell on camera here as usual, but it is a real steep grade up the mountain. You start out clear down at the bottom at the creek bed, and then it's about 5 or 5.5 miles up to the top where our property is, and it's a pretty hard climb pretty much the whole way until we get up there towards the top. I just have the Jeep in 4 low and pretty much just letting it crawl along with giving it very little throttle. It is a 6-speed manual and I'm just in first gear here, just rolling along, like I said, in 4 low. It's a lot of loose stone, so with it being steep like this, you definitely need 4-wheel drive. And some spots are rutted out a lot worse than others too, but I'm just filming some of it here as we roll in. This is pretty much up towards the top now. I didn't film down closer to the road just for security reasons and stuff like that. It's a nice piece of private property and I like to keep it that way. But the Jeep did real well coming up through so far. And it won't be long here till we're actually up cutting out across the top. It'll be much nicer for shorter weekend trips and stuff like that where we don't need to always drag a trailer and the side-by-side and all the hassle to that. You can just drive the whole way up in without transferring stuff over or having to always load a trailer and strap the side-by-side to come out. It'll still be nice to use that on longer weekend trips or when you have a holiday weekend. That way you can make trails and stuff like that. But on the shorter weekends here, when you're coming out Saturday morning and then leaving on Sunday, it saves the hassle of dragging all that. But this Wrangler is amazing so far, and we've wanted one for a long time, but they're so expensive, and to find the right deal on one, it took a lot of time, and we finally got this 2014 here, and so far we're absolutely loving it. It's a nice fall day. It's Saturday, November 2nd, and we just arrived back out at the off-grid property for the weekend. We haven't been here for over 4 months. I think the last trip out was back in June, so it's going to be interesting to see how the shelter is doing. It's over a year old at this point. We built it last August. Leaves are pretty well all coming down now. The overnight temperature last night was 26 to 28 degrees. So our first major cold snap below freezing. So far, everything looks really good. Table there that we built the last trip out. Have to clear away some of these leaves here at the door, but want to put a bunch up on the roof too. Again, like we did last fall. There's the fire pit. Alright, let's see if this lock is still free enough to unlock. We had trouble with that once before with them getting moisture and humidity all summer long, and then I guess the tumblers get all rusty. Oh wow, look at that. Wow guys, check it out. There's some sort of big spider. Wow, that thing looks weird. Looks great in here. There's the ridge pole support we put in last time. That still all looks good. Wow. Can't believe it's holding up so well. Had a lot of extremely heavy and real windy thunderstorms over this summer. Some of them with gusts of 60 miles an hour and 3 inches of rain or more in a day's time, and it still looks really, really good. We don't have our side-by-side today. Bought a 2014 Jeep Wrangler JKU and wanted to try that out to see if we could make it in with that, and it did really, really well. So don't need our side-by-side. We used to trailer that out every time, which it'll still be nice to have it around here to do maintenance and stuff around, make trails, and just to run around where the Jeep you can't get in real tight spots. And a lot of it through here is really steep, but for short weekends, it saves all the hassle of bringing all that and then having to trailer everything and then use the side-by-side to get the 5 or 6 miles up in here. So you can just drive right in. Alright guys, we're going to unload some of the gear here out of the Jeep and relax for the weekend. Probably won't do very much at all on this trip other than make sure everything's good to go with the shelter for another winter. I think they're calling for first light snow the middle of next week here in PA, so wanted to make sure that the roof has plenty of leaves on it and good to go for the winter. There you can see the Wrangler tucked right in there. Probably will make this trail bigger in the spring or something. That way we can drive right up through here. Right now it's pretty much only wide enough for the side-by-sides, four-wheeler, stuff like that. Most of the places it'd be really tight for the Wrangler, so. Plus the Wrangler's all stock yet, and this is super steep with the leaves. I don't know how well it would get traction. Alright guys, gonna unpack. Alright guys, so we got a little fire going here. It's about 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Did get a lot of leaves put on the roof here of the shelter, so that's looking really, really nice. May still put a few more on there before we leave, if we have time, but it's looking a whole lot better than it was. Table still works out really well. Getting ready to make some sandwiches here for a late lunch now. And here's the lower side. It's all looking much, much better. There's messy. Alright guys, so we're gonna have a little lunch here. Have some coffee. And then I'm gonna go around the property border and repaint some of the trees. I like to do it every fall, that way the boundaries all stay nice and marked. If you wait too long with the trees growing and just out in the weather, the orange paint wears off and dulls down over a year's time. So every fall I like to go the whole way around the border and mark the trees and the corner pins and everything. That way everything stays very well marked. If you have it surveyed once, you definitely don't want to have to pay to have it done again. So I like to keep the property lines marked. Yes. Alright guys, gonna have a little lunch here and then paint those property line, the trees, before it gets dark. A fall like this, it gets dark awful early, and then tonight is, we turn the clocks back, so it'll be dark by 5 o'clock. But real nice day here for November 2nd. I had a long sleeve shirt on and I had to roll the sleeves up. It got warm. So I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the fire. Alright guys, so you can see the old orange line here is all faded. So like I said, each fall I go around the whole property line here and respray them, as well as check all my posted signs to make sure none needed staples. You can see here the old ribbons from when it was surveyed. Like this posted sign here, its staples tore loose, so we'll end up going ahead and restapling that fast. And then I'll just do the same thing the whole way around the property line. You can see up there, the orange bands are just barely visible anymore. Alright guys, it's getting to be Saturday evening here. Sun's going down behind the mountain over there. Won't be long and it'll be dark. Got a fire going here. A while. Get some nice hot coals to make supper on. There's Zoe and Missy. Did get a real nice thick layer of leaves on here today. So that should get us till spring now. Just blew up the air mattress, so it's going to be really dark in here, but got that all ready to go. Supposed to dip down to 34 degrees tonight, and that's in town, so I'm sure up here on top of the mountain it's going to be a whole lot colder than that. Did get a huge pile of dead wood here too for tonight, so we have plenty of wood. Alright guys, I'm gonna roast up some cheese dogs here for supper, and then later on tonight, once it's dark out, we'll make some soup, probably make some clam chowder. Be nice and warm as the temperature gets cooler. Ain't bad out now, still probably about 50 or so. I think the high today was about 54, so ain't bad. Definitely got a nice fire going here. Lots of hot coals, so we'll be able to stay warm all night. Alright guys, it's Sunday morning here. It's about 8:30. Got pretty cold overnight. They were only calling for 5-mile-an-hour winds, but it was more like 25. And it's going to get more and more as the day goes on, so we're going to pack up here pretty shortly and head out. Fire's pretty much all out. There was just enough hot coals there this morning to make some coffee. Went through a good bit of our wood pile last night. But we still got plenty left, and we'll gather more next time we come. Need to get some sort of camp stove, wood stove for inside the shelter here. That'll make it a lot nicer. Then we'll be able to use it no matter what the temperature is. But right now, with no stove inside, mid-30s is about as cold as you want it to get with no heat. But get a nice camp stove and you can have fire and even cook off that if you need. Probably put it inside right beside this big tree here, and then run the stack out somewhere like right through here or something. I think most of them little tent stoves, camp stoves, they come with 3-inch pipe, so that'll make it pretty nice. So probably definitely look into that here shortly. Probably should have got one back over summer. They would have been probably cheaper than now that it's winter, but if not, I'll wait till spring and then get one then. But nice morning. A little cloudy today though. And the wind. If it wouldn't be windy, it'd be pretty nice. But I think with the wind chill, they said it's 29 or 30. Alright guys, we're gonna pack it up and head on out. Alright guys, and like always, we always take some water that we have left over and make sure the fire's good and out. Them hot coals can last days. You see how that water's boiling? The whole bottom of this fire pit is a big stone, so it can get very hot. Alright guys, that'll work. Alright guys, we got everything packed up here in our totes. Back in the cooler. Air mattress is deflated and back in the tote. Another trip done, guys. So we're gonna get this towed out to the Jeep and start heading for home. Wind's definitely picking up now. Not sure if you'll be able to hear it in the video here or not, but a lot of wind. Alright guys, we got everything loaded up in the Jeep and we're getting ready to head out. So thank you for following along on this short little episode here. I know we didn't do near as much as some of the trips out, but with winter coming, we did want to do a few things, so I figured I'd just video it. Have a short little trip video for you. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, you can leave them down below. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Alright guys, all loaded up here, so we're gonna head out. "39 degrees. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to keep these videos coming. You can also follow me on Facebook. The link is in the description below.